Court, when will we see the peak of the heat this week?
Kelly, that's going to be arriving midweek this week. We're hotter today than what we saw over the weekend. Temperatures climbing Tuesday, but the peak looks to be Wednesday in your forecast. And it's not just the heat we're concerned about, it's also our fire danger. The windy and dry conditions resulting in high fire danger today and at least tomorrow. Fire danger will stay elevated Wednesday, but winds are not expected to be as strong, and so that is a drop off, and it's why the red flag warning will be allowed to expire by that point. We do have triple-digit heat forecasted for Wednesday now. It wouldn't be shocking to see a few cities hitting the century mark tomorrow, and record high temperatures are possible this week as well. And then following Wednesday, a very welcome cooling trend arriving in your extended forecast. I'm going to show you what's driving that coming up here in a second. As far as what we're seeing on your way out the door this morning, we are in the 60s in the valley for the most part right now, 50s. Specifically for Oroville, the rest of the valley in the mid to upper 60s, 50s to mid 60s in the foothills, and 30s to 40s in most mountain areas. Mount Shasta still 50 degrees right now. The red flag warning in effect from 11 a.m. this morning through 8 p.m. Tuesday for the valley and foothills due to the gusty winds and dry conditions. Gusts up to 40 miles an hour not out of the question, and humidity 15% or lower for the afternoons with poor recovery overnight. And we also have the heat advisory. This is going to be going into effect at noon on Tuesday, lasting through 11 p.m. Wednesday for temperatures topping out in the mid 90s to around 105 degrees in the valley and lower foothills. So this is a big concern for us. Winds this morning sustained out of the north up to around 12 miles an hour right now in Red Bluff, but the gusts are going to get a bit stronger than that throughout the morning. 30-plus mile-an-hour gusts not out of the question along I-5 at 8 a.m. Gusts of around 20 miles an hour in Chico at that point. The gusts in the 20 to 30 mile-an-hour range are likely throughout the day today, and then we see those winds getting a little bit stronger overnight and through early Tuesday morning. 30 to 40 mile-an-hour gusts along I-5. That continues through most of the day on Tuesday, and then winds diminishing somewhat by early Wednesday morning. They're going to be around 10 miles per hour lower than what we're seeing for the end of Tuesday, and those winds continue to diminish Wednesday afternoon. That's why the red flag warning is expiring on Tuesday while the heat advisory is staying in effect. Wednesday is going to be downright toasty across our region. Now, satellite and radar right now showing you clear skies overhead, and what's really driving our forecast this week is a couple of different factors. One, we have low pressure off to our east that's really driving the gustier winds heading through today and tomorrow, but high pressure off the coast is resulting in the dry, hot, and mostly sunny conditions across our region. So as you get a look at your FUTURECAST, the wind certainly impacted by the low pressure to our east today. High pressure building inland, resulting in the heating that we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days as well. The wind not as big of a factor by Wednesday. And then as we head into your late week forecast, it's this area of low pressure tracking towards the Pacific Northwest. It's going to draw in that cooler air and result in that welcome cooling trend late this week. So at least we have an end in sight to this dangerous heat that's ahead. Temperatures mostly in the 80s for the northern mountains today, 70s to lower 80s in the Sierra and southern Cascades, foothills in the 70s to upper 80s for your Monday afternoon, and it's mid 90s across most valley areas later today. 95 degrees in Redding as well as Chico, mid to upper 90s in the mid valley with those winds sustained up to 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. Gusts up to around 35 miles an hour today. Your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast for your weekend's always in view. High fire danger Monday and Tuesday. The heat also a major factor. And get a look at this. Wednesday, the projection 103 degrees for both Chico and Redding. A dip into the low to mid 90s Thursday, and then back into the mid 80s Friday with low to mid 80s this weekend. So Kelly, the next 3 days, there are big issues we're dealing with. After that, welcome changes, leaving us with some reprieve from the heat late this week into this weekend.